let's jump over here to the women's fantasy league. And let me mark down. All right. The WFL, the Women's Fantasy League. And we're starting it off with cleats and cleavage here. So it is super flex, got a tight end spot, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and how many flex spots? And 1 flex spot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 starters. 8 starters. And so cleats and cleavage starts off with Patrick Mahomes. I wonder if she's panicking today after that game. And then follows it up with Josh Jacobs, Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf, Aaron Jones, Darren Waller, DeAndre Swift, Kenny Pickett, Pacheco. And I believe Pacheco starts the bench. Yep. Pacheco, Juju, P. Ryan, Quentin Johnston, Algier, Hunter Renfrow, and Kareem Hunt. I don't like that Juju's gonna have to be in that lineup, right?
I like it. It's a great band-aid until you get Cooper Kupp back. I would assume he's the predominant slot guy.
Here's some wide receivers that went after Cooper Kupp: Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson, and Jalen Waddle. Those all went in the 3rd round. After
any of those guys would. I mean, but it's also too like if you know.
They only drafted this a couple days ago as well.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna fault anybody for. Because it was a couple days ago before they started talking IR potential, and even like missing the week 1. We already knew that, so just. Yeah, the Cooper Kupp shouldn't have went there to begin with, but I mean, how versed is she in the info? You know what I mean? Because that could have been just as simple as that. Like she's like, "Oh, Cooper Kupp's here, boom." You know what I mean?
She's versed in the info. She has me helping her with a bunch of drafts and stuff. But this was one of those ones where she didn't want any help. She's going to war.
It's the women's because it's the women's one, bro.
Going to war with all the ladies. But yeah, I mean, it's solid. I feel like getting Kenny Pickett super late was nice, but. Like DeAndre Swift, Darren Waller, like there's some holes here. I mean, this is definitely going to be like a C for me. And like
single QB?
No, super flex.
Okay, yeah.
It's not horrible. I like Kenny Pickett late.
Love Kenny Pickett late, right?
Yeah, it's DeAndre Swift, Waller. I mean, Cooper Kupp. I mean, that kind of spoils it for me there because there's like so many other good wide receivers you could have got that went. Just in that round. And Dennis said, my wife said grade hers. All right. Let her know. We don't hold back.
Shout out to Mrs. Minnesota Dennis.
Yeah. And she said she didn't want no help from Dennis. She said she could mess up her own team if she wants to. She doesn't need his help. She starts it off with Lamar Jackson and Deshaun Watson.
Hit the drop.
Hey, super flex QB premium started off very nasty there. Got Najee and Ken Walker with the next picks after that. And then Amari the Pooper Scooper and DJ Moore. I'm not mad at that duo for winning.
Got a nice little stack action. She's killing that, bro.
Now, she lost me here with the Kincaid. I think I would have rather went in a different direction. But Evan Ingram did get picked 1 pick right before she picked Kincaid. But let's see.
It could have induced the pick, right? Like, oh, tight ends are going. Oh, I'm gonna get my tight end here. Maybe that was her tight end target.
At that point, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was the 8th tight end. So she took Kincaid as the 9th tight end off the board.
I'm not mad at it.
There were people like Freiermuth still out there, Higbee, Dalton Schultz, and then the Everetts and those two ones of the world.
I'll be honest. I'd probably take a shot on all those guys. And then pair up Kincaid later on, but Kincaid probably would have went before those guys, honestly. So,
but even that's the first pick that we're nitpicking out of all of hers.
Yeah,
and then she goes back with the Brock and gets Brock Purdy. It's a super flex. If you have more than 2 QBs, you're automatically at a little bit of an advantage because if you don't like trade or acquire another QB or whatever, at least you have that second QB for the bye week games. Like that's important. That's 2 games. Where your QBs are going to be on bye. Now you got the filler. and none of her QBs have the same bye.
So. And it's the Brock.
Yeah.
Killer third right there.
Who is this Rudy Poo?
And then in the 9th round, goes and gets Brian Robinson, caught a bullet in his bubble goose.
Let's go.
And then Dotson in the 10th round.
Well, obviously.
Dennis, you said you were going to help her. Why don't you get her to help you with some of your drafts? She's doing solid over here. And then Elijah Mitchell probably would have went in a different direction.
Yeah, I would have went more receiver depth, but she got robust RB and the QB. Like she can make moves here.
Chig probably would have went in a different direction. Got Romeo Dubs in the 13th. I mean, we'll see what they.
I like that a lot. You know me, love some Romeo.
And then got Spears and Osborne. You know, I mean, kind of whatever. But
she got a piece of Minnesota right there.
Yeah,
good piece to have. You know what I mean? You know, they're big Minnesota Viking fans over there.
Yeah. So I mean, this is right off the bat. Like this is like
I'm gonna give this so far. I'm not gonna front, bro. This is like a B+, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say that this is like a B+ here. I mean, maybe it downgrades a little bit because of like the wide
receiver A. Tight end.
You have to be your team has to be amazing from top to bottom to get an A. So getting a B+ with us is almost like getting an A.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the starters and the benches. You know what I mean? But
got Dotson on the bench, so at least they have, one solid guy.
She got her 4 receivers, and she got her 4 or 5 running backs. You know what I mean? 4 of them are viable. You know what I mean?
And those Osborne, Spears. I mean,
she got 5 receivers.
You give him a couple weeks,
6.
but like Chig, those 3 guys. I mean, they may be off your squad by week 1 for waiver wire pickups. Like, who knows? Let's jump in. Well, how about since Chaotic just jumped in here and she said, "Told you, Dennis, she was going to be good."
What's up, Kay?
And Facebook user said, "Mama should have grabbed Njoku." I probably would have wanted Njoku over Kincaid, and they literally went back-to-back pick. That's who Chaotic got with the pick right after. Let's go over Chaotic's team. So Chaotic starts off with Trevor Lawrence and Tua. Very nice.
Nice. She got her man. You know, big Jacksonville Jaguar fan. You know what I'm saying? She love her some. They use the same shampoo, bro.
Dennis said she's over here doing the gritty because she got a B+. Tell her to film that and then throw it in the chat over there. And so Lawrence and Tua to start. Gets man, she's got. I wonder how many Florida players she has on her team here. I mean, she starts 2 right there, and then gets Waddle in the 3rd. Then gets Devonta Smith, Pierce.
What?
Keenan Allen.
What?
Joku.
What?
Christian Kirk.
What?
CJ Stroud. Antonio Gibson. So that's her 2nd running back. I love me some Gibson, but she went a hero RB approach, and there's not too much depth behind it. Michael Thomas, then Mostert, then Bateman. Minus points there.
Don't fall for the bait, man. Ma'am.
Singletary and Mayer. And Tino said, to be fair, grabbing all Florida players is a good strategy. Hey, it's not a bad one.
Not a bad strategy. I gotta give it like a C. Like
I gotta give it better than that. I do think that Mama Bears was better, but this is like a B-, maybe even.
I give it like a C+. Because
the only weak spot is the RB,
the running back, yeah.
But still,
and that's how most of my teams look like anyway. That's why I know she'll be all right. Because I always do that shit. I'll go hero and just chance it, and then my running backs will look shot, but I'll be stacked everywhere else. But you know, it's also because it's a personal preference for me. I'm not a Christian Kirk guy. Yeah, you know what I mean, she is. You know what I mean. So you know, it's a little. You know, I'm giving it a C.
And who is this on Facebook? Steven, he said, is Ken Walker going to play on Sunday with the groin injury again? This is something we got to monitor.
Again? Fuck me.
Yeah. So you guys make sure that you are tapped in because we go live every single day, 1:00 West Coast time, where we're bringing you the updated news.
Yeah. We do that show around that time specifically because we get all the West Coast practice reports. So, you know, we're going to have everything for y'all because this is the real big practice report of the week.
And you guys got to make sure that you are here for the Sunday pre-show because there's going to be so much news that we literally don't know about until then. So you guys got to make sure you are tapped in. We're going to be here 2 or 3 hours at least before the games start.
Yes, sir.
And Fearless said, would you trade Damian Pierce and Metcalf for Derrick Henry? I still have some wide receivers I can throw in for Metcalf. I'd have Jacobs, Eckler, and Henry. So I don't like weakening a position just to make an extra position like that much
You're
better.
okay at running back already. Yeah. I'd rather have for the long haul of the year. You're gonna want what you have already.
Yeah,
you have good depth there. And DK, that's paying up to get Henry. If you ask me, DK, I like DK. I'm not like I think people are sleeping on him. He's their red zone target. He's gonna, he's always fourth. Ever since he's been in the league, he's been top 4 in red zone targets at the wide receiver position. That's not gonna go away.
Yeah. And Chaotic said I had to go with my gut. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, hell yeah. We've been. She's a savage. We've been in the hell leagues with this. That's a K build right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many times have I said, like, if there's one position I'm okay with being weak at, it's the RB2. Because there's always going to be some random running backs that pop up on the waivers. You just got to be quicker than everybody else. That's the issue. And if a lot of people follow us, you're going to get the information at the same time. So you got to be paying attention more than everybody else is.
And my mother raised me better than that. C+.
And Austin said I'll be tapped in all of Sunday to help out with injuries in the chat if you need it. Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, Austin. And for those that don't know, Austin is our sports doctor.
Yeah.
He's our injury specialist.
And Marco said, would you trade Pacheco for a first rounder next year? Like trade him away? If I was rebuilding, but like if I'm going for it at all, I'm not.
I'll buy him for a first round. I'm a savage. And I know you are too, Marco. You're a Sagittarius. That's what we do.
Tino said, I listen to the weekday shows so I don't get fined, but the Sunday show is why I'm here. Damn right. Damn right. Yeah. Nobody's got a more lit pregame show on Sunday than us. Nobody, baby.
Literally, huh?
Yeah. Go find a better one. I dare you.
No, I'm talking about they can find a worse one. If they were smoking more than us, I'd be like, okay, they're more lit.
Exactly.
See, ain't nobody as lit as us, man.
Hell yeah. And Fearless, that's what I figured is a balanced team. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's for redraft. That's something I've really been preaching more and more this year. It's all about the even build.
The long haul of the season. We actually have 14 games in the regular season now, and I love that. It's also just you gotta remember it's a long season. Derek, I wouldn't want to give up massive pieces to get a Derrick Henry that might help me and then fall apart on me, and you know what I mean?
I mean, what's the difference going to be from Derrick Henry to Damian Pierce versus like DK Metcalf to like whatever fucking, makeshift wide receiver you try to throw in there? Like, that's kind of how I'd be basing it.
Yeah. I mean, and like, I think Damian Pierce in that wide zone scheme, that 49er-esque scheme they're going to run, he's going to do well in there.
Chaotic. Now she's just trying to stunt. Also, FYI, I drafted while I was driving.
Oh, there you go. She's a woman on the go. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Probably had a briefcase in handy and just ready on the road.
But that's a chaotic build if I've ever seen one. I mean, we've been drafting with her for like the last 2 years. I mean,
yeah. And if it's a lot of Florida guys in the mix, we know it's a chaotic build.
You know what I mean?
Juggernaut said, who should I start, Cooks or Juju? I'm going to go Cooks. Juju's got some good corners he's going to get matched up against.
And even if he is the slot guy, like a Juju stat line's like 7 for 70. You know what I mean?
Yeah, touchdown if you're lucky.
Yeah, and I'm happy with the 14 points if I get 7 for 70, right? Brandon Cooks, like I'm 58 because that's what you need, right, to get 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like he'll get 1,000, right?
Yeah, like that's his floor, 58.
58 yards a game.
Yeah,
I'll go Juju. I like the floor. I'm a pussy. Higher upside with Brandon Cooks.
Bonus hole.
Might be a lower scoring game though, too. Divisional matchup.
Tino said, I'll be drunk Sunday morning. I expect nothing less. And he said, when I'm drunk, I give the best gambling advice.
Yeah, hell yeah. We gotta get Tino's picks going.
Yeah. Elias said that. So which tight end are you guys picking up on waivers? Yeah, right. That's going to be a theme of the week. Because anybody who is smart, you just take Kelsey out of the lineup, and they can still wait to pick up your guy. I mean, if there's multiple guys out there, I'm still on that G-Eazy, the Gerald Everett.
Yeah, if he's out there for sure. And then Tyler Higbee, Hunter Henry, Logan Thomas, guys like that. Because like if you can just grab like two of these guys, if you can manage to hold on to them, and just watch this weekend, you know, and you'll have a solid gauge of like, you know,
the wafers. That's the free one. So I have Kelsey in there, and we actually have a tight end spot in there. That was another reason. No tight end premium, but that's why I had Kelsey. I made the move. I picked up Logan Thomas, inserted him for Kelsey for week 1.
Is he a go? We'll get his practice report today too.
Right, he was a full go because
let's go.
He shaved that Q off. No more Q.
Old man Logan. Let's go.
The new Kelsey. He's going to be the new Kelsey in 2023. He's going to be a poor man's Travis Kelsey because he's got Eric Bieniemy over there.
Yeah, poor man's homeless man's version, right?
Hey, Antonio, thanks for this. Where'd you see this? He said Stevenson expected to play on Sunday despite being absent from practice. Maybe.
Thank you, birthday twin.
Maybe because Bill Belichick is always getting other guys involved for specific reasons. What if he's like, Stevenson, you rest for today because we know exactly what you're going to do. But we need to figure out of all these fucks here who we're actually going to have play on Sunday and who's not going to make the cut for Sunday and be a healthy scratch.
I know. They better not be pulling no Bellatrix on us and make him one of those guys on that healthy scratch list because I've seen him do it.
Yeah, that would have. Okay, he's Antonio said Fantasy Life notification for sure. So, and what you could do on there with the Fantasy Life notifications, it shows where it actually came from. So I'm gonna pull that up right now.
Probably a New England like fucking local beat reporter or something. Because
Patriots beat reporter. There we go.
Because then I was gonna say those are the ones that are right there on the asking the questions after the practice and shit.
Yeah. And that used to be my cheat code before that app existed. I would literally go search for a beat reporters for every single team and just turn on all their notifications. So like I was getting blown up by Twitter, like Fantasy Life, you know.
Yeah. I remember Candlestick early on, he followed like this Twitter thing and it compiled everybody.
Yeah.
Like, right. And he was like, bro, this is a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That was the reason why I was able to get Nick Chubb before everybody, was just having the Twitter alerts and seeing that Carlos Hyde got traded. And I was like working from home and I got the notification on my phone and I was like on a call with the customer. I was like, I got to call you back in 20 minutes. And I just hung up. Like, this is not a drill. I got him on all 8 teams that I had. I felt really good. And then I went and posted it in the group. If Nick Chubb's still available, you better go get him. And everyone's like, why? And it doesn't matter. Go get him. You're wasting time.
You know what's hella funny is that I was the crazy asshole that year in all 5 of my leagues that still was holding on to Chubb. I drafted him.
That's good though. Like, man,
I held on to that motherfucker.
Yeah, you had to keep him for like.
Because look, do you remember week 3? Week 3 that year, 2018. I think it was week 3.
They go into Oakland. 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they go into Oakland and Nick Chubb destroys them.
It was like 3 touches, 150 something yards, and 2 tugs. I
was like, I'm holding on to him forever.
That should have been why everybody held on to him. Because I swear that year he was drafted in all 8 leagues that I was in, not by me. And he was dropped in all 8 leagues and picked up by me in all 8 leagues. And that was one of those pieces that got me to 4 championships, and I won 3 of them.
Fucking Zeke better not come out and just dominate this touches. I'm gonna kill him, that fat motherfucker.
That's what I had to tell people. Don't ask why, just go fucking get him. Like, ask the why question later. Just go get him. Yeah, and that was before we were doing YouTube stuff. But yeah, now it would be like that as well. Like, if we tell you go pick up someone, ask questions later. You just better go pick up that motherfucker because everybody gets like news faster than they've ever gotten it before.
I'll bring up an example. It was like Josh Jacobs a couple of years. We're like, everyone right now go pick up the Zamir White. And then like everyone was hella mad. Like, Josh Jacobs goes back to practice. Oh, he's gonna play. Like, oh, well, you know, I did it too, y'all.
Yeah. I have Zamir White in so many best balls. Fucking waste of a 24th round pick.
I have 0 Zamir White.
Tino said that's the move. Hussey said my Twitter is only fantasy football beat writers. Well, I mean now, but back then, I mean, I'm talking 15, 16, 17. I'm talking there where there's like, yeah, there's fantasy like reporters there, but I wasn't following any fantasy people. I was following Adam Schefter, it's like the main one. And then I would go through and try to find every single beat reporter that I could for every single team that I could.
I first started in 2014. Now I'm already like, okay, I'm a DJ already. And I'm like, I need to find like content shit. Just like, cause I remember that fantasy show on the NFL network. I was like, oh my God, this shit is whack.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Cause after like,
shout out to Marcus Grant, Adam Rank. I mean, you guys are all right.
See, they're awesome. Cause they actually, the show's good now.
Oh shit. DJ Chark just got ruled out officially for the game. Mingo. Oh, we got to get some Mingo action because Thielen's all fucked up over there too.
Oh, wow.
Or is it
Helmsley?
I'm fully off of it, but I mean,
it's a speculation grab though. Like if you want to beat the waiver wire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hanging fruit. Yeah. And Tino said Twitter first, you can catch people before the waiver wire. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was literally my cheat code for like years and years. And then this Fantasy Life came out. This Fantasy Life app came out. And I was like, okay, cool. Now I don't got to follow all the bullshit beat reporters anymore. Because I would not post on Twitter. I would not post anything. It was literally just to get the news and the updates. And Fantasy Life changed that to where it compiled all those people and you would just get updates from the one app.
It's all about the game and how you play it.
And PB and Waiver said, shout out to Akbar.
Hey, Akbar was so trash. I actually have an Akbar story, but I don't want to tell it right
now. We'll save that one for later.
Fuck that guy.
And if you're an OG,
I was at his house and fuck this guy, you rude motherfucker.
If you're an OG, you've already heard this story because it's been told like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah,
it
was me, James Jones, and fucking one of the homies. I mean, we'll leave it at that. Shout out to James Jones.
PB and Waiver says San Diego State also pumped up Ronnie Hillman for sure. I mean, yeah.
I mean, shit, you can't
play in a shitty conference and you do solid. And
hey, Ronnie Hillman is a fucking Super Bowl champ. You put some respect on his name. Rest in peace.
He went to Snoop Dogg's. He was in Snoop Dogg's league way back in the day, and he was like Ronnie fucking Hillman, Super Bowl champ. Like hell yeah, man. He loves Ronnie Hillman.
I remember streaming Ronnie Hillman back in 2015 because CJ Anderson went down.
Yeah,
and then fucking boom, because it was that Gary Kubiak. That's that Mike Shanahan zone run scheme. Like any running back's gonna eat in there. You know what I mean?
We just got an update. I can't believe it. Micah Hyde is all the way, like full go at practice. This is like 50, maybe like 50 weeks removed for where he damn near broke his neck and died on Monday Night Football, bro. Of last year.
It's crazy too because they kind of slept, like people kind of slept on that. And then the DeMar Hamlin thing happens, and it's like you can't even show up, Cam Dantzler. With a helmetless at practice, like you're out of here.
Yeah,
multiple motherfuckers almost died on our team, bro. We gotta play it safe.
All right, let's jump back in here to the NFL because I'm gonna cut this down. I'm gonna cut this down to where like this is just on a video on its own, but we're still gonna leave all the randomness in there. So sorry, ladies, if you're watching like one of these assholes gonna grade my team already. We're gonna do it now. Justina out of the 2 spot. Starts it off wide receiver heavy with JJ, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs. Then goes Dak Prescott. Nice. Gibbs, Etienne, nervous there. Pitts, Jordan Love, Dalvin Cook, Marquise Brown.
Nice.
Khalil Herbert, Dalton Schultz, Tank Bigsby, Jalen Warren, Elijah Moore, and Darnell Mooney.
That's a good team. I got to give that one a B-. I'm giving that one a B+, actually. That's a really good team.
I am not as high on this as you, I guess. This is like a C, maybe a C+ for me. I mean, I love the start with the first 3. I don't like Gibbs being the first running back taken there. I mean, kind of just what you had to do. But I would much rather have Dameon Pierce over Gibbs or an Aaron Jones over Gibbs. And those were 2 of the running backs taken in the 5th round. Took Gibbs here in the 4th. Jordan Love, I guess I'm not a super fan of him being the super flex either. Yeah, this is like a C plus. I mean, it's a really good team, but the knocks for me would be Gibbs being the number 1 running back with very, very little running back depth. I mean, I guess Dalvin Cook kinda, Khalil Herbert kinda. But really, I guess there's no depth on the wide receivers either. I mean, you got Jefferson and Diggs and Marquise Brown, and really, like, that's it. Like Elijah Moore, Mooney. Yeah, so I said C to C plus. I'm giving this one a C.
I like it. I like the receivers. I like the QB. She got good value on Dak to me. I'm okay with Jordan Love. There's probably I like when you get to a point where you like need a receiver, you're like, okay, and you take Hollywood there, and it's like a volume play. Like, I'm okay with how ugly it's gonna be. You know what I mean? It's volume.
And let's get over to Diana now. Okay. This one not looking so hot at the QB position, other than Josh Allen. Josh Allen, the Stallion, we're in the QB spot. Barkley, Pollard, D-Hop, TJ Hawkinson, Chris Godwin, James Cook, Jonathan Taylor, Pickens, Kyler Murray. That's your only other QB on the team. Zach Ertz, Thielen, Nico, Tank Dell, Kendre Miller. This is like a C minus plus right here.
I get that D.
Yeah, this is like right on the brink. Like, we don't know if this is going to be a failure or if you can pull this out of the depths, but you need another.
It's going to be a challenge, but I think she's up for it.
Yeah, you need another QB here for sure.
You might want to go grab Josh Dobbs while you can.
Dang, and yeah, it's just crazy because then I'm looking at this team here out of the number 4 page. Starts off with Jalen Hurts, Nick Chubb, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Olave, Ridley, Dobbins, Ayuk, Kamara, Bryce Young, Zay Flowers, Jamal Williams, Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones.
And as a third, and Mac Jones probably getting I like that team. That's a good team.
Dulcich, Boyd, and Roshan Johnson.
Man, that's a B plus to me.
Yeah.
I love Roshan late too. Like, he could be like October, November, and he's the guy.
And see, I'm not a super fan of the running backs, but at least she did what you're supposed to do. If you got Kamara, you just make sure to double up on Jamali Mall somewhere in double digits, and she did that.
And then I didn't like the Bryce Young a lot, but then she comes back with the Mac Jones and with Coracle.
Yeah, like if she would have swapped, maybe like doing a QB. Actually, never mind. Like, I mean, unless you're going after Dangerous.
I mean, she got good value on all those receivers too.
Yeah.
St. Brown in the third, Olave in the fourth.
Like, see, what would you have thought about this? If she, instead of Ayuk, if she would have got Dangerous, and then instead of Young, she would have gotten a JSN or an Addison or a Dotson, because they went right after Bryce Young. Would you have liked that team better? Would it be the same or worse in your eyes?
And she still got Mac Jones. I would have liked it better. You know what I mean? I think I can get something similar out of a Dotson that I can get out of Ayuk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there'll be more passing volume in Washington to be able to sustain 2 receiving options, right? Versus it's a lot of mouths to feed in the 49ers offense, and it's going to be like pretty much an even kill run versus pass ratio. You know what I mean?
Bakes. It's going to be a challenge, but I think she's up for it. Pause. Peacock, he said Team 4 is hot. Yeah. I mean, I'm not the super big fan of Bryce Young, but I mean, I'm not a super big fan of J.K. Dobbins either. Like, I would have wanted.
I love J.K. Dobbins because it's value. It's volume.
I know you do.
Yeah, it's like I said, like you get to a point in the draft. For me, I just it's all ugly to me. I can make an ugly case for all of it. But this one has better volume.
Yeah,
hey, this guy has volume. You know what I mean? Like, it's just give me the volume.
This one's a B plus to me as well. It would be this and Mama Bear that I would say are the best teams. But I would say Mama Bears, I do like hers a little bit better. They're a little bit different builds, but it's not by much. Because Paige, I mean, has a little bit more of even build as far as like the skill spots, except for the RB2.
They're on the same page.
Hey, yo. Let's see.
My phone gave me a ding.
This is, what is this? Psycho Girl KA. Starts off with Travis Kelce. Not a big help for week 1. CD Lamb, Ramondre. Oh, man. We got question marks in the top 3. It's not her fault, but a lot of questions in there. Even though the beat reporter did say that he's going to be playing. Danny Pesos, Gino, Drake London, Madison, Deontay Johnson, Rashad White, Brandon Cooks, Cortland Sutton, Ryan Tannehill, Luke Musgrave, Jamison Williams, and then Jerome Ford. So this one, I really like the even build. And I like the 2. I mean, I don't like Danny Pesos that much, but it's still pretty solid compared to some of these.
Like a C+.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. C+. If Kelce wasn't hurt, it'd probably be a B-.
But see, like, yeah, I mean, maybe it's fucked up. Yeah, let's give it a B-. It's still Kelce, God fucking damn it.
Yeah, and Tino even asked, is he going to come back next week? They said that that's the plan. They got 10 days now to rest.
He would be 12 days removed from that initial hyperextension.
Yeah, damn near 2 weeks. And that's what we want, just the time.
Let's hope.
Yeah. So yeah,
get a bunch of sensual massagers.
Yeah.
Let's just hope we don't get the swelling down and then there's something like a bone chip or something they missed or something. You know what I mean? Like, let's let it be just what it is. You know what I mean?
So C+, B- there. And how about Nunu? All right. So Nunu starting off with Burrow and Bijan. And then Devontae Adams, Mark Andrews, Christian Watson, James Conner, Pittman, Judy, JSN, Burks, Damian Harris, Sam the Wolf, Howell, A-Chain, Everett, Deuce. I'm not mad at Howell being the number 2, but if you're gonna push off your QB2, I feel like your RB should be a little bit more stacked. Like Bijan and Connor and everybody else doesn't scream that safe to me.
Like the Bijan.
And Pittman, I know she loves the Colts. So I mean, going Pittman, she probably thought it was great value at the 7-6. If you would have waited, probably could have got him longer.
Judy Minshew was in there though. I'm telling you that.
And see, I guess it's like Christian Watson, Pittman, Judy, JSN, Burks. I kind of just don't like a lot of them. So it's like I don't like more of them than I do like. So that's kind of why I downgraded a little bit. But this is like a C+ B- as well. Very similar to the last build.
I'm with you.
Let's see. Aggro starts off out of the 7 spot. CMC, Fields, Garrett Wilson, Joe Mixon, Dallas Goedert, Cam Akers, Russ Wilson. Yeah.
We got to turn that up.
Mike Evans, Monty Burns, Higbee, Baker Mayfield, Van Jefferson.
Is that
it should have been the person who got Cooper Kupp, cleats and cleavage. Yeah. She should have got Van Jefferson somewhere.
Is that a motherfucking only the second receiver?
Mike Evans was the second receiver.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, there's like no wide receiver depth on this.
Running back to this motherfucker.
Yeah, and then after Van Jefferson, Zeke, Foreman, and Lenny.
I'm pretty sure maybe instead of taking Goddard, I'm sure there's a good receiver there. Could have made me really bump this grade up a little bit.
Debo, Cooper, Scary Terry, Allen, and DJ Moore were the immediate receivers after.
All of them right there makes this team
Yeah.
And then maybe you could get one of them late round tight ends and say, fuck it.
Yeah. Dennis said, I like Bijan mustard on my sandwich. It's tight that Bijan actually has a line of Bijan mustard.
Smart kid.
Yeah.
He got to run his ass off now.
Better do it.
You know what I mean? That's good for business. It's bad for business not run hard now. So this one to me, very similar to these last ones. This is like a C+. Yeah, this is like a C+, B-, because I mean the QBs could carry you a little bit, and it's really. Yeah, I was actually trying to decide whether I want to give it a B- or not. It's on the precipice there. I mean, it's just a little dangerous games with its receiver depth, but I'm not gonna knock it because of it. Just like I didn't knock the other team for the lack of running back depth. I'm gonna give this one a B-.
And Peacock said, I'm not mad at it. Wide receivers are a dime a dozen. After a certain point, way easier to find someone to fill a roster spot at that position than any other. Yeah, there's more good wide receivers that will come on the waiver wire than any other position, for sure.
Like Josh Reynolds rap. I told the motherfuckers.
I told you. I seen it.
I told them.
All right. Candace starts it off with Chase and Tyreek Hill. Nasty. And then goes Cousins, Breece Hall, Goff, Richardson, Javonte Williams, Mike Williams, Addison, Charbonnet, Deion Jackson, Gabe Davis, Sky Moore, Sam Laporta, and Marvin Mims. This is like a B minus. If the running backs were a little bit better, it would be higher because, I mean, the QBs, I like the Cousins Goff combo there. And I mean, Chase and Hill, I mean, that's definitely the best wide receiver duo. Justin Jefferson and Diggs, you know, kind of in the mix for that. But this is definitely the best wide receiver duo.
Yeah.
And better QBs than the other one with the crazy wide receiver duo to me.
You ain't lying.
All right. And Philly BR, what up?
What's happening?
We got AJ Brown, Derrick Henry, George Brittle, Jimmy G. Dang, why'd you jump for Jimmy G like that?
I mean, he's handsome. Listen, bro. I'm surprised he didn't go higher.
He is a handsome devil.
He's a handsome man.
Yeah. Debo, Kenny Gainwell. Wow, Kenny Gainwell. I mean, I know she's from Philly. What does she know that we don't? He is one of the 4 starting running backs listed.
Locally, they are saying that he's the leader of the leaders, the leader of the starters.
Right?
That's what they're saying.
Ingram, OBJ, Stafford, Komet, Rashad Penny doubled up on those Eagles running backs. Darius Slayton, Zay Jones, Rashee Rice, and Gardner Minshew.
I gotta give her that D, bro.
This is like, I'm going to say a C minus because there is some potential. Kenny Gainwell better be the lead back over there, and then this isn't as bad. If he comes out and he gets like 3 touches, like, yeah, then this is very, very bad. Crazy that Kenny Gainwell could make or break like your team very early.
That's gonna be a headache all year. You need motherfuckers to start dropping in that backfield.
Got to make some moves. Pretty even build, though. And last team here, because we already did Mama Bear and Chaotic at the beginning. And then 21 CJV. We'll get to you in a second. We got last team here. Sarah Bear, Justin Herbert at the 112. And Eckler went crazy on the Chargers right off the bat. Aaron Rodgers, Higgins, McLaurin, Sanders, Derek Carr, Tyler Lockett, Fryer Muth, AJ Dillon, Kadarius Toney. Oh, man. Downgrade. Jerick McKinnon, Lazard, Jacoby Myers, and Desmond Ridder. It's crazy that
Ridder went that far.
Well, no, I mean, I was assuming that he would get drafted, but like, yeah, I guess went that far when like team like Diana, you know, she needed another starting QB. And like she could have got him anywhere other than the last round and could have got like a guy like Ridder. Yeah, but he sucks. Maybe these ladies follow our show and know how much we think Ridder sucks.
I will say this. Is this a 10 team, right?
Now 12.
Oh, 12. Okay, because there's a gang of stacked ass teams, bro. Like I was just thinking right now, I'm like, damn, and I'm being honest too. I'm not just because it's all ladies and shit. You know what I mean? Like I only gave out 2 Ds. I've never gave out so many Bs like that. But those teams were legit.
and you know, maybe it is.
I guess it's because it's also not like super deep rosters and shit, or super deep you know what I mean?
Starters, yeah,
starters. So it's like you know, you're tending to get a higher grade. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because we only what do we say? There's 8 starters that they're playing.
Yeah, I guess makes sense.
And and maybe that a lot of people had a lot of different strategies. That's what it was. So you were able to build teams like pretty accordingly. It's not like there was. I mean, the QBs went the most in the first round, but then it's just like scattered. Like everything was like scattered after that. It's not like there was a crazy run on running backs or wide receivers. It was like everything was pretty even keel along the way. And so, yeah, Sarah, I'm giving her I'm giving her a B minus, and it's almost a B. It's right there. Pat Fryermuth, I mean, that was the thing that she waited and kicked the can on as far as the starters. And like Fryermuth could be solid this year. He really could be with Kenny Pickett. They already got a little connection going. They've had it all off season.
We'll see about that.
But this is a good draft, ladies. Very, very impressed with as many good teams as we saw. Because and maybe it's because we're like extra shitting on people that we know. Like, that one's not a B, that one's a C, or that one's a D. But I think me and Bogart gave extra grades, and I don't think we took it easy on anyone.
Like I almost gave Chaotic a tougher like scrutiny because like I just know how savage she is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Especially it's different. We're not in this league, so we could just we could be very very unbiased with this.
Yeah.
Great job all in all, ladies.
Yeah. You guys all go to war. And we're gonna peep the results. You know what I mean? This is gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
You ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile.
Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah.
It's all about the Benjamins, baby.
Yeah. PIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. It's all a hustle, ladies and homies. Make money.
It's hard out here for a pill. When he tryna get this money for the real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me. No, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay, let's go smoke that joint.